Hello guys, it's Valky here. I know quite a few people who are still struggling with vMA or still haven't even attempted it because they're pretty sure they would struggle. So what I'm going to try to do here is to put together the absolute easiest build that you can possibly have and run vMA in full with it using sigils. I'll show you my entire build, I'll show you my entire run with commentary. It'll probably be a long video, so you can just skip to what you want. But I'll start off at the beginning. So, skill bar. What I'm going to use is 1 bar. Yep, no bar swapping necessary, no vMA staff. We've got 4 Shadowdancer, Sharpened staff. You want a Sharpened staff as solo, in my opinion. It's very good. 5 Necropotence, all divines. I've got more of the Infernals, helmet and pauldron, so we've got 5 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy. I think I might change that out for Grothdarr though. But Grothdarr and more of the Infernal, both of them will work well. And we've got a lightning staff, shock enchantment, weapon, spell damage, glyphs on all the jewelry, max Magicka on all the gear. So you can see we've got 52,000 Magicka, 18,000 health. We've got low recovery, but we don't need it because we're going to be doing lots of heavy attacks. I'm using the Lover MUNDUS stone, so I've got pretty good penetration, and I'm going to be using buy stat food. So I'll go over to my CP. This is not set up quite right. This is set up more for fighting in groups. So what I'm going to do is just boost my Spell Erosion. We haven't got a very high crit. We're going to have even less crit because I'm going to use dropped potions, not prophecy. So let's boost this a bit. Boost it a bit more. Actually, we want to leave that. We want lots in staff expert. We'll be doing lots of heavy attacks. That's good value. And let's see what we can do here. Maybe 8 more points. Will that give us? Yeah, something like that. 20, 56, 34, 39, 81. Put a lot into Bastion. We've got 81 in Bastion. That'll give us nice big wards. And these, lots in Tenacity. That's good. I might take some out of Arcanist because there's no point in Arcanist when we've got such low recovery. Let's try 27 maybe. We'll decrease the cost of blocking or break free. A bit more break free. Cheaper blocking, that'll do. We'll go with that. That's just so you can see where my other CPs are. So that's all changed. We've got 171 trash pots. This is our build here. Blockade of Storms, Volatile Familiar, Twilight Matriarch, Empowered Ward. Instead of Bound Aegis, I think I'll actually go with Inner Light. We'll have ever so slightly less Magicka. That's not right at all. Oh, my food ran out, that's why it's so low. Ever so slightly less Magicka, but now we've got much better critical. So that's good. We'll get more damage from that. So this is our build, 1 bar. We're going to do blockade, pet pulse, and heavy attack, everything to death. So in we go to the Maelstrom Arena. They fixed the loading screens this patch apparently. There we go.
Here comes a likely candidate now. Do you suppose this one has what it takes?
So as we go through, I'm going to show you the most important ads to focus on, when to drop your Destro ultimate, and what sigils to use. We're going to keep it simple and just point out the most important things. So here we are in round 1. Oh, it's night. Spooky. So this is where we start in round 1. That red bush. And a heavy attack him to death. Just stay put, let him come to us. There we go. Blockade, Pet Pulse. Heavy attack it all to death. Now, this way. Back towards the entrance. Destro. Blockade, Pet Pulse, take care of him. Let's find these guys. Back to the red bush. Now we've got this thingy following us around. This thing here. So we've got to keep moving from this point on. And the Clanfears leap right into the AoE, I love it. There's this guy Destroying. And that's the end of that. Back to the red bush. I find it useful to use an add-on like Srendar is what I've got here, just to show the duration left on my ward. That way I can cast it on cooldown. So here's the boss. Destro him. Lost a little health, so use that Twilight. He's going to immobilize you, so just dodge out of that, because you'll take damage if you stand in it. And there we go, that wasn't so bad, was it? On to round 2, you want to keep your shields up a lot and hit these switches wherever they're available, and it gives you a bit of time to think. It turns off these nasty blades. Don't worry if you can't avoid them all, just keep your ward up. You're doing so many heavy attacks, and you've got so few skills that you're really not going to run out of magic. And Destro him if you want. Let's find ourselves a lever. Doesn't look like... oh, there it is. Turn those off. See our Twilight's happily zapping away at everything. So long as you keep that ward up, you really haven't got to worry about the blades. Take the switch when you see it. Keep your ward up, that's the most important thing. So you lose health very quickly if it goes down. Just stay away from them when they do their circle attacks. It knocks you down. You don't want to get knocked down with all these blades spinning around. Alright, the boss. Same deal. He's going to do what Deltia calls the poopy squat. And then we go over to the next one. And then here's a third one. Don't use your Destro yet. Save that till when they're all together. We're going to bring them together here. This is the way to do it. This guy can't attack him now. Oh, maybe you can. Usually he just goes straight into his squat. Bring him right up to this other one. Get your ward up. Let's get them all in a nice row. Once he goes into squat, we're going to do Destro. And they'll do their squat periodically. But that really takes their health. Even if every other skill's a ward, that's perfectly fine. We're in no hurry. That's how to do it. Bring them all together. So, on to round 3. This one can be nasty. I died here not too long ago. So, to start off with, we've just got our basic ads. We've got these Lamia, that's what they're called. And they put out these projections of themselves. You don't want to attack them. when you see those Lamia projections, the spectral ones, because they're just like a skill used by the main Lamia. And you're not actually able to... If you kill that, the main Lamia is still alive. So, I see we've got a Strangler over here. He's giving us a bit of problems. Keep the ward up. That's the ward discipline is all you need. Destro this guy when you can. And he's gone. The Destro Staff Ultimate I think of as a kind of victory cry, because when you cast it, everything dies. Keeping the ward up. Always the ward. Don't let it fall off. Speaking of which, I don't think I mentioned it, but just in case you didn't notice, I always use Empowered Ward as opposed to Hardened Ward. It's much easier to keep up 100% of the time. So we've got a Strangler over there, let's get him. This guy is our target now. Those things are nasty, those projections. They do a little knockback on you. Watch this guy's uppercut. Keep an eye on him, I know he's hard to see. But if you get uppercut by him into all the red, you could well die. So here's your priority there.
So far, so good, but the worst is yet to come.
Hey, there's that knockback again from those projections. It's really nasty. Now, have a look over this side. There's shortly going to spawn a hag lady up there, and she's going to be our main target as soon as she does. But put a no, not our Destro yet. I think we want to save that really. Now block. Or she's going to try to pull us in. Just until our stamina's used up. Alright. Now it should be just her. And we can take our time. Yeah, so the idea that I was unconvincingly trying to get across is when she spawns, she's shortly thereafter going to chain you in, and if you're blocking, that won't happen. So here's the boss. Drop a Destro. Put our 2 skills down. Heavy attack 3 times while circling. Always circle her so you don't get into that. And we've got a Strangler. Let's go get it. Keep your distance. Up, get up. Keep circling. Maybe stop circling for a moment. And that's when it got a bit tricky. Careful of that projection, it'll knock me back. There we go. So it can get tough there. Focus on the Stranglers, so you don't get slowed too much. Circle the boss, so you don't get stuck in her AoE. You saw what happens when we get sloppy on the circling. Alright, we're into round 4 now. Now something we do want to pay attention to here is the little uppercutter there. Pay attention to these little guys that do what are they called? Clockwork sentries that come and sit in the middle. We want to take care of those because if they're allowed to build up, they do a lot of damage. Go ahead and Destro this one. the first mini boss. Take care of him quickly. Now we got to be careful of these guys. They're going to do that shock wall, which you might have seen going across. The dwarven spears are going to be a priority target because of that. They can hit very hard with those shock walls. If one of these does get into the middle and it gets that shield up, you can focus it down while just letting everything else walk into your AoEs. Because you really do want to get rid of them. Keep your ward up. There's our boss. Let's do the best throw on those mini bosses. But not the next one. I want to have some plenty of ultimate left for when the last boss is out, because you're going to want to put a death throw on him. There's two of them come out together at this point. Those can be nasty. If you get into their double shock wall, that could one-shot kill you, so be careful of them. Now we've got a bunch of these spiders that chase up onto us, and now the mini boss will spawn out here. And he's an uppercutter, so keep your eye on him and make sure to block his attack. Here it comes. And now we're onto the boss. We've got to stay under him while he's got that green circle. And just do our usual skills. Now you see that sigil of power there on the right. Destro him, take the sigil. And heavy attack. Stay near him. Look at that, he didn't even start moving again. Now we only used 2 skills. On to round 5. Personally, I find this round the hardest. So we've got to use some clever sigil play here. So this is the beginning, this is the entrance. And I'm going to call this the entrance. We've got 2 ads that spawn right up on us here. We can be waiting for them. These guys are nasty, the chill banes, they hit very hard. So keep your eye out for the trolls. You can bash to interrupt, it stops them doing their thing. You do have to keep your distance from those chill banes a bit as well. Because... let's go ahead and Destro. The chill banes do a conal attack. That's pretty nasty if you stand right up on them. So here we are. We've got some more melee guys coming at us here, these ogres. They'll die in all the the AoE. When the troll spawns up at the same time as everything else, use the troll as your first priority. Go to where the troll goes, because you don't want him bashing. This is the mini boss who's just it's pretty easy, just has a bit of health. Now this next round can be tough. We're going to hang out here next to the Sigil of Defense. Keep your ward up, ward discipline. Chase the troll, we've got to chase them unfortunately. Back to the Sigil of Defense. Ooh, there's a troll. Let's go get him. That wasn't bad. Keep the ward up. Always watch your ward, and you'll be okay. Okay. Let's take care of this guy. This is a good place to stand here. There's our troll. Obviously we've got a big whack there, that's why you need a full board. Troll here. Now here's the mini boss. Let's take care of this guy first, because they do some nasty attacks from range. Or okay to kite from here. And he will knock you down, so gotta watch for that and block when he swings his axe. Alright, we're on to the boss. Let's start at the entrance, then we're going to go there. Alright, so let's pay attention here to the health percentage. Block her heavy attacks or they'll knock you down. Let's follow the troll. Oh, stupid thing. Now let's get back to the beginning, back to the entrance. Take care of the ads. Oh, she's 75%. Now we get to here. Take the Sigil of Healing. Wow. Troll causing us some problems. Bash the troll, get him down. And then back. Back here. There's an important reason we want to. So she's going to 50% now. I'm going to get onto this island. Bash. Right, take the Sigil of Defense. Destro ultimate down. And then that will be the end of her. Sigil of Defense followed by Destro ultimate. Makes that so easy. It's not really a DPS race at all if she's standing in the Destro ultimate. It does all the DPS you need. And the Sigil of Defense will keep the final wave of ads at bay. So you can focus everything you've got on the boss. Your pets will always be dead at the end of that round for some reason. I don't know why, it's just a bug probably. So we need to respawn them as we go into round 6. So we've got the obelisks here. We need to unweb them by exploding the Horvors next to them. Uppercutter straight away. Alright, so Horvor, a light attack will call them to you. And then blow him up next to the pillar and it blows up, unwebs. We're going to have a lot of these falling AoEs and we have to just keep moving and stay away from. And these ads will go for the pets half the time. Okay, so we need to get to a glowing obelisk. I'll hopefully get a chance to explain why I dodged there in a moment. You can also throw these venom grenades at the webbed pillars. So if a Horvor blows up away from a pillar, stand over its body and aim the synergy towards one of the webbed obelisks. You don't have to get every single one. So a swarm attack, seek a resonating obelisk, there we go. You don't have to stand underneath it for ages, just go to it. Once the spiders have all touched it, you're good to get away from it again and keep fighting. Now, he's going to do an attack that rears up dodge. That one will slow you, it stuns you and slows you afterwards, so you really don't want to get in that. Keep an eye out for these web spinners, they try to undo your good work of unwebbing the obelisks. A resonating swarm. Swarm, seek a resonating obelisk. You can dodge these to move a bit faster. Here we go. And he's going to do his big attack dodge. Let's keep an eye. Okay, round 3. Web spinner, let's get it. Here comes the swarm. To the obelisk, they're all gone. This guy here in the middle, he does an uppercut and a negate, so don't do your Destro on him until he does his negate. Oops, I did that on accident. Unwebbed all of them. But it's good to show you what happens when you do unweb it. But as soon as they re-web, we're going to need to start the process over again. This guy's nasty as well. Dodge that attack when he does the swirly hands, because that will slow you and put a big dot on you. Oh, stupid spider, get away. Just keep your ward up, keep blockading, keep pulsing your pet, and even if things get messy like they just did, it's all eventually going to go down. So you've got to dodge across here to find another resonating obelisk. Now our priority here when the boss comes is going to be getting a stun. So here she comes, spawns, boom, stun. Death thrower straight away. Get as much damage in as you can. Stay out of that circle. So we can just do a blockade, pet pulse, and 2 full heavy attacks. Stay out of that ring when she does it. And down she goes. Okay, round 7, which most people find a real nightmare. You can get unlucky, but as a petsorc with a big ward, you should generally be alright. So we need to keep an eye out for those poison plants. And for the archers. If you see an arrow fly at you, sort of run after the source of it. That's the archer, and they're the priority targets. When one spawns on that side of the room, there's generally one that then spawns on the opposite side of the room. It's something I've learned. So if you've just killed one on one side, head to the other side. And you'll find his fellow. So we keep moving with these trolls. So you stay out of their rock blasts. Right, and from this round we should start having the venom collars. They're going to spawn on these pedestals, and there are priority targets because they explode the poison flowers and create new poison flowers. We've got 2 archers at once. Take care of one at a time. Stay out of that arrow spray. Very nasty dot if it gets you. Looking for the archers. Got none here, so we can take our time. Venom collar, let's get him. Watch for any arrows. Nope. Look, poison plant. We're afflicted. Ward, ward, run to the green pools. I'm gonna go ahead and destro this lot. Stay out of the troll's smashing circle there. So Destro is just so OP. Let's find our archers, if any. No archers, so we're good to go. Now we've got 2 archers coming out here. One there. And one here. And a venom caller. Take the Sigil of Haste. Whoa! What a death. 3 poison plants at the same time. Yeah, it can happen. Very unlucky. Well, we didn't quite get to the Wamasu. But we'll have plenty of ultimate this time to kill him. Because he is nasty. And really we want the Sigil of Defense there, if anything. We've got 2 ways of easy adds. As soon as the second wave's dead, Sigil of Defense. You've still got to stay out of their arrow sprays, but none of their other attacks will hit you. They'll hit them. See that portal spawning on the yonder side? Hit it with a Destro. Stay back from him. Stay well back. And down he goes in the ultimate. And we've got a Venom Caller. Right, next round. There's our archer. Now, is this the place where we get there? There's a place where we get 3 archers at once. See that attack? Holding his little orange thing. And he holds his bow up in the air. Got to interrupt that. Or it will one-shot you if he's allowed to do that attack. So kill the Venom Caller. Now this is the 3 archers. Take the Sigil of Defense here. It makes it real easy. So he's going to do his one-shot attack. We're just going to let him, because it's going to hit him. Watch. Does nothing at all to us. Sigil of Defense. Alright, there's a Venom Caller. We have to get away from these green pools when we're fighting the mobs, because they become invulnerable if you're fighting them and you're in the green pool. Okay, round 7 boss. Oh, Venom Caller. These are all going to explode, so let's watch out. Destro him. And careful of these poison plants, because we're not in a great place here. Let's take the Sigil of Healing, why not? Now we've got to kill 1 of these guys. And then under the other one. So I'm sure you've read all this stuff somewhere else before coming here. Now spawn your pets again as the scream finishes, because they're going to have died. And you've got to kill that second minder, as I recently learned, very quickly after you come out of the dome, because he will one-shot you if you let him go too long. Let's get the Venom Caller. Keep our 2 skills up. We're going to have to go under another dome soon. So let's kill this guy. And quickly under this dome. Ooh, shit, he's losing a lot of health. Shit. If he dies, interrupt the boss. Destro him. There we go. So, if ever you are under the Minder's dome. And the Minder is getting low health for whatever reason, whether it's your Grothdarr or your pet pulse, something's killing him. As soon as he dies, you've got to interrupt the boss, and that will stop his shout, and you can carry on fighting him. At that point, you've got to stay at range, because he's going to hit you very hard if he gets you with his melee attacks. But it's still doable. Okay, on to round 8. Watch the uppercutter here. If we kill him fast enough, he might not do it. There we go. These guys try to all chain heal each other. And a Kingold will do a channeled attack that you've got to interrupt. We'll see that at some point. Okay, now comes the boss. It's a mini boss rather. It's this guy here, Destroyers. They're pretty nasty for a slow magic build like ours because they hit hard and every hit they do is interrupt, so let's take care of him with a Destro while we can. Your pets will have a nasty habit of running up to these broken pillars. So you might have to call them back. But these guys aren't much of a threat, you can just stand in the middle of them and heavy attack them all. And there goes my pet after that portal again. So keep your ward up here, we've got this guy out trying to cause us problems. Destroy the warding stone, keep your ward up. Kill his ads first, just let it be you versus him. So long as you keep your ward up, you'll be fine, even if he does whack you a bit. Okay. There's an uppercutter there. Good. Gotta block him. Now I've got 2 uppercutters. Block as they do their swings at you. Alright. Now we've got one of those. We've got a Kingold here. See that attack? We need to interrupt that. Or you can Destro them and get rid of them. Call my pets back so they don't start attacking these broken pillars. Round 4, okay. What have we got here? Kingold. You gotta watch the channeling ones. Keep your ward up. You take a lot of damage at the very beginning of this round. Interrupt as soon as they lift that. Now we're going to have 2 uppercutters after us, so we need to block them. And now we've got the boss here. Attack that, now block. Because she's going to try to chain you in. As soon as that pillar goes down, drop your Destro. Keep your ward up. If she does Standard of Might, dodge out of it. Block so she doesn't pull you back into it. Now we're on to the final boss of round 8. With these pillars now, you've got to destroy all 3 before the boss becomes vulnerable, and then you'll have about 10 seconds to attack the boss. We're going to destroy 2, look, just 2. Now there's going to be a Kingold coming from over here. We're going to kill that interrupter. Stay away from the boss. Now, we're going to go back over here and grab the Sigil of Power. There's going to be 2 of these flame atros that spawn. Ignore them. Just focus on the boss. So that's pretty good. 64%. See that? Dodge. Keep an eye out for the Kingold. There it is. Interrupt. Okay, and here we go. Destroy that with the boss under it. Destro ultimate. And that should take care of business. Yeah, there we go. Okay, on to the final round. Priority targets here are going to be your archers. And stay away from the white ghosts. And get the gold ghosts. See, he's lifted his arms up. That's going to be a one-shot if he gets you with that. It takes him a second to do it. There we go. The Daedroth. You've got to circle them. And he's missed us completely with his fire. If you do get the fire on you, you have to kill them as quickly as possible afterwards, because the fire dot does not go away until the Daedroth is dead. Keep an eye on that archer, he's the main target. If they all try to one-shot you. Let's find any archer. If we can see an archer, he becomes our main target. We can interrupt the healers to stop them from healing so much. We've got a Spectral Explosion, let's use it. And the Daedroth's dead before he gets a chance to do anything too bad. Keep out of those red circles that the Ogrim makes. Keep your distance from him if you can, if you get too close to him. He does a knockdown to you, which is pretty nasty. So just attack till he does his fire breath, then circle, circle, circle. Keep an eye out for your archer, there he is. Get the gold ghosts where you can. Spectral Explosion. Very nice. That guy can be tough. He's an uppercutter. Let's destro this lot. There we go. Circle, circle, circle. They're all gone. Round 4. We've got to keep an eye out for these walkers, I call them, along the outside. And ideally not let them reach the center of the arena. Ah, that darn healer got a gold ghost. But we can still kill him. Keep an eye out on the outsides of the arena, you'll see these walkers, that's what we're going for. And kill them as soon as we can. Now I think we've got a Daedroth here. Why don't we go ahead and put a Destro right there. And there's a walker, let's get him quickly. That's the end of him. Now there are 2 walkers and an Ogrim. Let's get the walkers first. The Ogrim can't hurt that much if we stay away from him. Keep our ward up. And that's him dead. Now entering round 5, we want to keep a lookout for the defensive sigil. Right here. We don't want to use it quite yet. But very soon we will. Okay, ready. This guy is going to spawn in the middle. Ash Titan. Destro. Defensive sigil. Now he's going to put out these beams of fire. The main thing we're looking out here actually for, one of the reasons we took that sigil, was to prevent being one-shot by the archers while we're stunned. It's horrible, and it happens quite a lot. Alright, here's an Ogrim for us. This is the last enemy before the final boss. Build up some ultimate. Charge a weapon. And here he is. So we're just going to attack him. Watch for when he brings his arm back. Dodge. The skull attacks can be nasty. Teleports. Interrupt. Back off Destro. It's the same every time. And that should take him under 70%. Kills the Daedroth, it's the primary nasty target there. Then we have to kill one of those clan fears, as you saw, over a glowing portal. So that's done now. Make sure our Magicka's up full. Let's take this Sigil of Haste. Up we go. Keep an eye out for his throw. So try to keep one eye on the boss there. It can be hard. And we're going to move counterclockwise. We've got to stay behind this. There's lots of mechanics going on. Throwing, so dodge. Throwing. There's another one of these, we stay behind it. Starts to go a bit faster now. He's going to throw, dodge. Now that's gone. And down we go. So let's heal up. I'm going to take the Sigil of Defense. Put a Destro ultimate on him. Let's try to get the gold ghosts where we can. Dodge. He teleports. There's a gold ghost coming, let's get it. Look, and that's the end of him. I just did vMA with 1 bar. With 1 death. And got a nice infused resto staff. What score was that? 524,054 minutes. So obviously a lot of that's because I know the Maelstrom Arena very well. But this is demonstrating a build where it's simplicity itself. 2 defensive skills, 2 offensive skills, the Destro ultimate, your ward, and a Twilight heal. That's all there is to it. If you need any more help, let me know in the comments below. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you again. The Mistress of Apocrypha bids you good day.